There was a CEO of United Healthcare, I believe, who was gunned down in Manhattan before their investor meeting, and it's been a very interesting reaction by society for this moment. And this is all I'm going to say about it. To me, there's a direct connection between that action and the election of the Orange Man. There's a direct connection because, to me, we've elected someone that doesn't appreciate or respect the rule of law and the Constitution or anything about society, doesn't respect the function, the smooth, I'll say smooth function, there's another word I'm looking at, doesn't respect society, doesn't respect the function, the smooth function of our society, of people working together, doesn't respect the law, doesn't respect. And so he's giving agency, whether you directly take that agency because you're a racist, a bigot, or homophobic, or if it's just more of a metaphysical thing, which I totally believe in. You can think I'm crazy, and that's fine, but I'm a firm believer in that 100th monkey effect. You know, that kind of idea of 100 monkeys on one island started to do something, and spontaneously on the island next to them, even though the monkeys have never been able to interact, started doing that same thing. It's the same. There's this cultural, spiritual element. If our leaders, if our culture standards aren't setting the example of a healthy, functioning society, then the society is going to mirror that. And this is what's happening already. And I expect this isn't going to be the last time we see something like this. And the difference that I see between this person that unalived this United Healthcare CEO versus the difference of the insurrectionists of the Capitol. So the insurrectionists in 2020, right? January 6th, 2021. I can't remember. They were whining because of privilege. They really didn't have a true grievance. They were misinformed and miseducated. But this person seems very educated, seems like they know what they were doing, seems like they had a legitimate grievance, and they were pointing it out because they're leaving trails about why they did what they did with the deny, defend, oppose. So on the shells of the bullet case, the shell casings of the bullets, which means, if you don't know, the insurance companies deny the claims, they make you have to defend the claims, and then they force you into a deposition. And then there's a double entendre meaning to it all as well. But there's an element of the reaction that society has been having to this on social media is full-faced eat the rich. And it's interesting to see what is happening and how people are reacting to it. And I can't say I'm surprised. I cannot say I'm surprised. So I guess we'll just leave it at that for now, and we'll come back around to it as more developments happen, as we learn more what might happen. The interesting thing, so either way, it's interesting to me. No matter what happens moving forward, the genie has been let out of the bottle, in a sense. The cat's been let out of the bag, because it's drawn attention to this. It's interesting to me to look at that. We want to persecute this one person for taking the life of another person with a weapon in the street, right? There's this, follow the rule of law. And at the same time, insurance companies, because of their greed, end up killing hundreds of thousands of people every year through lack of ability to afford insurance, to get the proper services, to be denied claims, but yet we don't go after, we don't try to throw those people in jail because they're making money off of it. It's just to me, and so that amplifying that idea is amazing to me, and I think that's interesting what is happening. So we're becoming, the awareness of a bigger idea is brought to attention because of what happened, and so that's interesting. The other thing is, if this person ever is caught, what is done then? It just brings more attention to the whole thing. So to me, I'll just say it's never a bad thing to bring ideas into the light. It's never a bad thing to bring the ideas, whatever idea it might be, bring it into the light so people can see it. And there's too much of our society that's hiding in the corners.